Today I'm going to be talking about another expert advisor. With this continuing Bitcoin downtrend, I think it's really great to start looking over at Forex and some other automated trading opportunities. And today I will be covering one of those, and you might find that this video is much better than the previous one as I have a lot of good things to say about this strategy. Anyways, before I get into the video, I do just want to say that you guys should definitely consider multiple factors when purchasing an expert advisor. You shouldn't just be going around and just looking for anything that advertises the highest amount of profit, as those actually tend to be the worst. So in this video, I'm going to try to cover as much as I can about this expert advisor and my experience using it, and then finally come to a conclusion at the end on whether you should get it or not. Anyways, let's get right into this video. So first off, I just want to say that the website for this expert advisor is nothing too amazing. Whenever you initially click on it, you're going to get on a landing page that looks a little bit cheesy. It doesn't look too professional. Maybe it looks like one of those advertising pages that you saw from a long time ago. So whenever they reached out to me and they, offered for me to test their expert advisor, I was a little bit surprised because normally this is one of the bots that I would have just skimmed over and said, okay, this looks like, false advertising, bad marketing, and I'm just not going to buy it. So they reached out to me and I decided to test it on my own live account. And so that's why the website looks a little bit weird, although definitely this expert advisor does make up for the bad website. Trust me, it does. However, if you guys are interested in purchasing the bot, make sure to use my affiliate link, as that will support me, and you will be able to make sure you go to the correct website for this expert advisor. Now, first off, let's talk about the price. So you may see this website and the price is quite prominently displayed here. And I just have to say that this price is quite great. It's a great price for what you're getting. You're getting a bot with a great guide, settings, a bunch of other stuff, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But $150 for what you're receiving is an extremely good price, and definitely with the amount of money that you can make with this script, I think it's definitely towards the lower end of expert advisors. Some other expert advisors, like the previous one I covered, were around $300. So I think $150 is an amazing price. So once you purchase it, you do get access to this page, which is the GPS Forex Robot member area, and it still does look a little bit outdated. However, after purchasing, I did receive license information on an email, which is really good. And then I received my login to this page. And once you get to this page, really everything is very self-explanatory. You can go to downloads and you can download the setup. And the setup is really great because with the previous Forex EA that I did review, you did have to download a bunch of different stuff separately, but they actually have a setup on this bot, so it allows you to just download one thing, and then it downloads all the settings, all the guides, and all the expert advisor files for you, so you pretty much have to do nothing. I thought this setup was really great. And definitely the simplicity of this page here, once you get on it, even though it does look a little bit outdated, is still a plus in my opinion. So that was really great. So once I downloaded the guide and everything and I got everything open, I did find the guide to also be really comprehensive. It gives you good detailed explanations on how to do everything and even some troubleshooting. So if one thing doesn't work, then you can do a different thing. They even tell you how to make your account, what settings to use, how to open and install everything. So overall, the guide was great. The installation was great. And the buying experience was pretty much perfect. I couldn't say that there was anything bad about it. So definitely, I think this was a plus. It's much better than the previous bot, and it also shows that, since they've been selling for such a long time, they really know how to give people a good start once they purchase the bot. Now, one negative I do have to say about this, the whole support and buying experience, is I did actually have a question that I did want to send them. And if you guys do look here, if you go to the support page, then they just tell you to pretty much send them an email. And I sent them a few emails after they initially gave the bot to me, asking them some questions about, their strategies and maybe some of the errors that I was having initially. And they actually did not respond even up until now. It's been a few weeks now, they haven't responded. So I think although you are getting pretty good guide and easy installation, there is a downside to that, which is you are not getting very good support. So that's, I think, sort of really what the trade-off is for this bot. You get really, really great installation, an email with your license and everything. It's really, really well set up. But once it comes to live support, you don't really get that. And I think that also might come from the whole fact of the bot only being $150. Maybe I think one of those corners that they did end up cutting was really just live support. So if you do have an issue with this, you will pretty much just have to deal with it on your own. I can't say for myself how often they are online. So that's really up in the air. And that's definitely a downside for this bot. Now, in terms of the strategy and the EA actually running, the strategy allows you to run on 1 hour or 15-minute time frames on MetaTrader 4, and it comes with presets for Euro, Great British Pound, Euro USD, Grand British Pound USD, USD CHF. So it comes with 4 preset markets and settings for those markets, which I think is really great. And that's another thing that I said in my previous video. Your Forex bot needs to come with presets. I think that's a really, really great selling point. So it really minimizes the amount of things that the user has to do. And it also allows for advanced customization and settings. And it even allows you to turn off the bot on certain days. So in the settings, you can actually set certain days that the bot doesn't trade for you. So I thought that was really cool because there are specific days in the market where you might expect maybe big news to come out, or maybe on Fridays you don't want to run it because people are trying to take their profits or something along those lines. You can actually program the bot to not trade on those days, and it's all very simple in the settings. Now, one other thing that I also really liked about this is that it actually allows you to automate a lot of these settings that they have for you. So although they do have these settings like not trading on certain days, they actually have built-in automation for these settings where it can have auto analysis and it can decide what days are safe to trade on and what days are not good to trade on by itself. So I think that's really cool. It allows you to either manually control it as much as you want, or it allows it to automate itself as much as the user wants. So I thought that was really cool. And they also had auto money management, meaning the bot can actually determine how much it makes per trade on its own instead of you setting that yourself. But once again, you can turn that off and just override it with your own settings. So that was really cool. And one final thing about the strategy, it does end up making very, very small trades. As you can see here, this is only 15-minute candle periods, but it makes very, very small trades, at least on the chart, not in terms of profit, but on the chart, it makes very small trades. And it does not use any dollar cost averaging or double up. There's no really risky strategies on it. I found that it just makes very low risk trades for very short time periods. And I think that obviously makes up for it on the fact that you have to use a little bit higher leverage. So you have to use around 200 leverage with this bot. As you can see, I'm using 200 leverage, and then it can make profits. So finally, let's talk about profits. Personally, I have been running this for around 2 or 2.5 weeks now, and I have made around 3.22% profit on my personal live account. So trading on the real market on my personal account on Turnkey Forex, which is the brokerage that I use. Although as far as I know, this does work well on multiple different brokers, as I actually ended up deciding to use my own broker instead of their recommended one. So that sort of leads me to believe that it works well on multiple brokers, which is a good thing. 3.22% is very, very good in 2 weeks of trading. So it's actually only, 10 days of live trading, because obviously the weekends do not count. And this was also all using conservative settings. So I was using their money management system, which does use lower trades, lower amounts per trade. So it was less risky, and 3.22% is definitely amazing for those types of settings that the bot was using. And one other thing I want to say is that 3.22% was only trading Euro USD. I was only trading one market because I was having issues running multiple markets. For some reason, that was one of the glitches I was having. So I decided to only test one market. So that was only on one market. So maybe if you did have all the other markets, you would have made more. Maybe you would have made less. I sadly cannot determine that because I was not able to test it. But overall on Euro USD, it's definitely an amazing strategy, and I don't even think it made one loss on any of its trades. So in conclusion, I want to say that this Forex expert advisor has been around for a while, and it definitely shows it with its simple setup, comprehensive guides, optimized settings, and old website. Now, its profits are amazing and are comparable to other EAs that use riskier strategies and dollar cost averaging and all the things that you don't want. So its profits are very, very good. Although I cannot say that for sure because I've only been testing it for the past few weeks. So in terms of profitability on the long term, that's really up in the air in my opinion, as a lot of their trading accounts do look a little bit weird in terms of they may have manipulated how the profits look, although they say they haven't, but you never really know. So overall, I think the profits are really great. They look very promising. And especially for the price, I think it's an amazing deal for what it can do. And the only drawdown to this, the only downside really to this Forex expert advisor is not having live support. So if you can deal with that, if you can deal with only using guides and reading a paper on how to use it and really getting a pretty great strategy that makes a few trades a week, but are mostly all profitable, as you can see here. It's only made a few trades here, but they've added up to $32 profit on my account. So overall, I think this is definitely something that you should purchase for $150. I do have an affiliate link once again, but make sure you do your own research on this too. Maybe they have some more information on this strategy on their website. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will be sure to make another video on my longer term profits, maybe in a month or so, because I do plan on keeping this running on my account. So I will tell you guys how it has been doing. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.